gentlemen, I'm John Gray, and welcome to Just Plain Living. And
good morning.
Good morning.
Peggy.
I'm Peggy Burton.
And Lauren Foster. Lauren Foster, easy for me to say.
Well, it's easy for you to say, isn't it?
Beautiful day.
Good morning, yes.
Beautiful day.
Oh, hadn't the weather been
Oh, it's
absolutely
been great.
gorgeous?
Lovely.
That's why we live in Tennessee.
That's
There's
right.
there's about 15 days in the fall and 15 days in the spring
That you wouldn't
that are
trade
sent
for
directly
all the
by
gold.
God as perfection,
beautiful.
stamped on them.
Oh, there's more than that. Maybe 15 in a row. I mean, it's
There's
November.
more than that, yeah.
And it's still,
We've had some beautiful weather.
Still running around in
I know, but
sandals.
I mean, those crystal, those skies with no clouds, no humidity,
I know.
70 degree
Perfect.
to 72
Perfect.
degree weather.
Perfect, yeah.
It's incredible. The trees, have you seen the ginkgo tree in front of Trinity Lutheran Church?
Yes. I
No.
stopped my car to look at that tree. That is the
Absolutely
most beautiful
beautiful.
tree I've ever
A
seen.
ginkgo tree.
Yes.
I will have to drive by there
You
and
know
look
where
at
that
it.
church is?
No.
It's right up Wilson Avenue on the
Okay.
corner up headed to Lynchburg.
Just
Okay.
And
beautiful.
it's a tree. A ginkgo tree is a very different kind of tree. It splits and spreads early. It comes out of the ground more like a shrub.
Huh.
I didn't realize
its
that.
parts are
And
I mean, if you want to
where
climb
is
it, it's
that
great for
from?
climbing because the first limb's about this high off the ground. Even you could step up.
Hey, I'm a
it.
professional tree climber. I can
Oh,
climb almost any tree. You might have to give me a boost.
You and your cats, right?
Yeah.
But it is a beautiful, beautiful tree, and the leaves are just absolutely gorgeous.
Now, isn't ginkgo that stuff that you take for your memory?
Yes.
And I always thought
can't
that was
remember.
an Asian plant.
It might be an Asian plant. I
You
mean,
need to go nibble on that ginkgo
a
tree.
lot of the stuff that's in this country was brought from somewhere else, just like we all were.
Sure.
I
Yeah,
mean,
but
the people
humans
who came,
adapt to
migrated.
different
We
climates
migrated.
better than plants do in general.
well, but people who migrate and there are things where they migrate from they bring with them.
That's true.
But that doesn't necessarily mean they're going to live here. Like, I would love to have an avocado tree, but
You can't. Can they grow here?
I don't think so.
Like maybe in the house?
I don't know. I've never gotten one to sprout or do anything.
That would be nice, though, wouldn't it? Avocado tree.
This is
I
a
will
big
drop by and
week.
look at the ginkgo tree.
Yes, it's a
we
big
need to think
week.
about Veterans Day that's coming up this week. And I hope
Friday?
that everybody knows that there are several events going on.
Yes, there are.
And we want to honor our veterans. I know at the Events Center, 11 o'clock. I hope I have
think
that
so.
right. I think it's 11 o'clock. There's
There's-
going to be, I'm not sure what they're having.
Well, it's an
but
observance that's held by the
observance.
city.
And it's really nice, and I encourage people to go and support the veterans.
And then at 4 o'clock at the American Legion Post 43 on Atlantic Street.
Atlantics. Yeah.
It's right where the old city pool hall used to be. We bought that building.
Oh, okay.
And
So what are you all doing?
well, we'll have an observance at 4 o'clock, and we usually read. We go to the Candy goes to the different funeral homes, and we have a time of remembrance for all of our departed comrades in the county who have veterans that have passed this year.
That's
Is
good.
one of the things we
That's
do,
good.
and there'll be snacks and visiting and tales told
And tales told. I met an interesting
and lies
veteran.
lied.
I met an interesting veteran this week. He doesn't really want his name mentioned, but he was a prisoner of war in Korea.
Mhm.
And I was hoping I could get him to come on our show because there's so many stories. This is a very emotional thing. He survived 36 months in a prison camp.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
And it was one story that was interesting to me was that he was with a group and they kept firing, but the Koreans had been told take prisoners, and the Koreans didn't fire, and they fired till their bullets, were gone, and then they, of course,
Then they
were
were-
locked up. And the atrocities in the Korean war camps are just, it's hard for us to even realize some of the
Right,
things
right.
that happen. Cold and
And 36
damp and
months.
a
Is that
long time.
3 years?
3 years.
And they ate millet.
That's more time than that doctor who killed Michael Jackson will spend in prison.
That's right. I had hoped and thought that they probably ate a lot of rice.
Yeah.
But no, they ate millet, and I was trying to think to myself, what is millet? And it's like birdseed.
Yeah, that's what
And-
you plant to
And that's just
attract
about all
dove.
they had.
Oh, goodness.
And it was just horrible. Pneumonia, people were really sick. And I admire the courage that it would take to survive 36
sure,
months in
sure.
any place locked up, but in a camp like that.
Makes
had
you
to be
think twice
strong.
about complaining about
Had to be
anything in your
strong.
life, doesn't
That's
it?
right.
We got
No,
Thank you,
we
veterans.
we don't have anything to complain
Nothing to
about.
complain
Little
about.
tough times right now. But you know what I'm excited about?
But
I'm excited that you're excited.
I'm
What is
excited
that?
because my favorite holiday of the year is just around the corner, and it's almost a forgotten holiday.
Thanksgiving.
And that's Thanksgiving.
You're
and I
right.
tell you
We
what,
have a lot to be
we have
thankful
so
for.
much to be thankful for. And, you know, the stores had Christmas stuff out before Halloween.
I know, it makes me crazy.
And it's just ridiculous. I mean, you can't go find Thanksgiving stuff. Like if you wanted to have people over and you need some
A gourd.
Thanksgiving napkins or something like that with turkeys on them and stuff like that, you know, you can't find stuff like that in the stores like they used to be in the stores because it's just sort of
It just
sort of
gets
pushed
skipped.
to the side. And that's
I
not
love
good.
Thanksgiving too. I agree. It's a great
We
holiday.
look back here at all this stuff, this bounty,
This bounty
of wonderful
stuff.
things.
I love this.
It is.
And we
I'm
want
not
to
sure
thank
what this is.
Janie and Kathy and Julie and
You know what
Tommy
that
and
is.
all the girls. That's millet.
Is that millet?
It could be.
It does look.
It does kind of
It does look
millet.
millet-esque.
I could
doesn't
believe
it?
that. If you once you take it off.
That's
the
sort
little
of
stem.
that's sort of what
I love
millet.
these little guys.
That is sort of what millet looks like, though.
I know.
The orange, it
yeah.
would be the orange wherever the orange one is. It's somewhere.
It's a lot like that. But
Yeah.
they do a
There you
beautiful job over there.
Oh, it's
We-
the millet ends up. It's sort of an orangey red color, and it's or that also looks like sumac.
Sumac.
Uh-huh.
I'd forgotten about sumac.
It's poison, so
So
don't chew on it.
Don't chew on
No,
it. right.
it has little berries
Yeah.
that are edible. I saw a article in a Tennessee magazine about the berries of Tennessee, and it was all about everything from the berries on a dogwood tree to all the different berries and how
There are a lot of berries.
who and what eats them.
Tennessee Magazine
Yeah.
is a great magazine,
Yeah.
isn't
It
it?
is a
it
great
is.
magazine. You have something to do with that
I
now.
do.
My cousin is an artist, and she takes berries and makes paint. And that's some for work.
Like the Indian, like
Yeah, it's
like
beautiful.
they used to be made
Very, very
out of
creative.
different
she is.
juices.
Yeah, I tried staining my lips one time with pomegranate
Did it work?
seeds. No, not really. I
Did it
thought
taste
was a
good?
Good idea. Yeah, it was fun.
That's great. You know, we have a lot of stuff we do have to be thankful for, and one thing I'm thankful for, of course, all the family and friends that we have around here living in a town like this, and people that you see, and the caring that goes on around this place for
That's true.
the folks that are here. There's nothing like small town living, people, and
And I encourage people to buy what's in this small town.
Yeah, oh really?
To keep it
Really.
afloat.
Yeah, spend your money here. Don't spend it away. Go roaming around here and spend your money and see what that does. It helps our taxes and helps everything.
And I was talking to Shirley Gray this year. You know, Christmas is coming, and a lot of people are needy. So give them things like a haircut or tickets to go eat somewhere, things that they can use a lot. And I thought, what a good idea.
That's a great idea.
Can-
Tickets to South Jackson Goes Country or South Jackson Performing Arts Series
Or the Diary of Anne Frank
The
that's
Diary
coming
that's coming up, or Community
Gaelic
Playhouse
Storm.
Productions, Gaelic Storm. Are we letting that out yet? They're coming back. Gaelic Storm, you have to see them. Have you ever seen
I
them?
have not.
Oh my gosh.
There's something special.
Every time they've come, the house has been totally packed, and they're coming in February.
Awesome.
So
Fun.
watch for it
And they were the band that played down in the steerage
on
on the Titanic movie, when he took her down,
And they were all dancing.
they were all dancing. That's the band that was playing down there. It's
Aw.
Gaelic Storm.
Awesome.
I need to bring a CD in.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
are
but
so
they're a lot of fun,
high-powered.
a lot of fun.
It's fun, fun, fun.
And something else I'm thankful for is the Tullahoma High School Wildcat football team. They did not win their football game.
Did
They
you
were
see
good.
the front of the Sunday paper?
yeah.
Oh,
But-
it broke my heart. Poor little
but-
guy.
No.
They provided this town with, as always, with some wonderful quality football, exciting, fun, and we just want to thank them. They're to be commended for doing what they did.
Yes,
and
they
John
are.
Olive and his staff, all the coaches, all the players, buck up, chin up. You did a great job. 8-3, pretty good season.
That's not I'd say.
It's a very good
that's
season.
an excellent season.
So, and there's just all kinds of stuff. I saw Kat Murray walk. Look, she's hiding behind the camera back there. I don't know whether that's Kat or Michael Jackson.
Well, she's going to show you.
She's going to show us?
Yeah, she's going to show you that she can be both.
She can be both.
Yeah.
Cool.
Coming back to South Jackson.
Yes.
Yeah. His story
By her.
His story
His
by
story,
her.
history by her of him. She's him.
I
She's
think that's
her.
so clever. His story. I like that.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well,
It's
she's
got
a
ring to
clever.
it.
She's a clever girl.
I know. Aren't
You
we
know,
lucky to have her
well,
in this
you ought
town?
to, you need some quality printing done and copy work done. She does everything from cards to banners to you name it.
Pictures
they do it
of your children.
at
Anything you
McMurr's.
want. That's right.
They sure do, and it's pretty well, and it's nice, and the colors are beautiful.
We have Ann and Margaret out there.
Yeah,
Gonna come
Ann
on.
and Margaret are going to come up and talk to us in a minute. And Peggy and I are going to talk to you about something that happened around town that we felt needed to be discussed, and it's going to be fun for you. But it's a real,
make us
huh?
You're going to make us wait. I thought you were going to do it right
Yeah,
now.
no, not going to tell you right now. Not going to tell you right now. And there's just all kinds of great things going on. We're going to have a fashion show today by
That's
Jay
right.
Jordan.
A fashion show.
We're gonna
I'm
learn what
excited
we're
about
supposed to wear
that.
this
Right.
year.
In Shelbyville,
We're hoping
and
she
then
brought us something.
we have the folks from Bell Buckle coming in to bring us a
Oh,
little
and
music
Manchester
later
Art
on.
Center is coming in with something
Diary
from
of
Diary of
Anne
Anne Frank.
Diary of Anne Frank, which, like you said, is very appropriate
To
for
this-
Veterans Day
yes, it
because
is.
that was a story about World War
II.
World War II.
And that's it.
That's it. We're
It's time
X'd
for us
out.
to go. We're
X'd.
Julia says, here's
Hush
the
up
big
now.
hook. Y'all go to the next deal, and that's what we'll do. You hang around because it's going to be a great show today.
Hello, my name is Rhonda Saylor. I'm one of the many faces connected with Contact Lifeline of the Highland Rim. For the last 30 years, we've been providing vital services to residents of Bedford, Coffee, Franklin, and Moore counties. I'd like to take this opportunity to educate you on the valuable role that Contact Lifeline plays in the lives of many, our friends and neighbors. Our reassurance program is critical to many elderly and shut-ins throughout the area who are struggling to live alone in their own home. Our volunteers contact these residents daily to provide support in a number of areas. Perhaps assisting someone in remembering to take their medication on time, reminding them of a doctor's appointment, or just letting them know that someone is there and they're not alone. Over the last couple of years, Contact Lifeline has made over 45,000 calls in the counties we serve. Hard to imagine. So remember, we're so much more than just suicide prevention. We're a helping hand to a multitude of our friends and neighbors. Always there 24/7, ready to listen, care, and help.
And we want to remind you that on November 19th at the Tullahoma Events Center, Contact Lifeline will be hosting an Evening of Pearls and Lace, a gala that will feature an auction, silent auction, and dining entertainment by American Idol finalist Aaron Kelly, the Nashville Tradition Band, and several surprise guests. So call us at 931-455-7150 for tickets or send your tax-deductible donation to Post Office Box 1614, Tullahoma, Tennessee 37388.
All right, folks, we're back, and there's something that I found out probably 3 weeks after it happened or 2 weeks after it happened here in Tullahoma that kind of upset me and
me.
And Peggy and a lot of people in town, and that's the fact that our friend Greg Altum, who worked for years at the Tullahoma News, no longer works there, and why, I don't know, and that's probably not for me to figure out. That's somebody else's problem.
But he's somebody we love.
He's somebody we loved. He's somebody that was definitely a big, wide strand in the fabric of this community.
I think so, and I loved his the pieces he wrote, my back pages,
Right.
and in the newspaper, and they were always well done, and his diction and dialogue was always tremendous. He had a great concept of what he was talking about.
Oh yeah,
I loved reading
and what's
those.
so funny is when working with Greg. Of course, I'd seen Greg around the whole time, and Greg sort of reminds me sometimes of Charlie Chaplin.
Yeah.
He kind of shuffles, and it's kind of funny the way he talks, and And
well, he was a great person on the country show. I mean, he was
but he would,
staple.
Yeah, but and that's when I first really sort of met Greg, to understand him and to know him and to come to be able to call him my friend, because he is one of the funniest, most genuine, one of the smartest people that I have ever been around. And I will remember somebody said to me, I believe it was Pat Welch, said, you know, Greg would show up. The first time he showed up to interview me, he sort of had a pad and he mumbled a few questions, and I started talking, and he scratched on this pad, and Pat said, there's no way that this is ever going to be right. He said, I read it in the paper. It was awesome. Absolutely perfect. And that's the way Greg was.
Yeah, for people that actually saw him on stage in the country show, you might remember when Old Brother, Where Art Thou came out, and the guys were in the prison suits. Well, Greg was always the one that went over to Mr. Graves and got the prisoners' outfits, and he always added something that nobody expected.
Sure.
That's what I love about Greg. He's a stand-up comic that is kind of quiet about it.
Right, right.
And that's his intellect working.
Oh, sure, sure. And that's it's sort of like those old Jackie Gleason.
Oh yeah, I love those.
Red Skelton type of an individual. You know, sort of maybe a sad kind of a guy, but not sad, because all of a sudden he'd pull his shirt up and scratch his belly.
Right.
When nobody's expecting
Nobody's expecting it. And one time when he was doing the thing of, we had a commercial that had cowboys, the cowboys, you know, the Pioneer Cowboys. Well, he had a hat with a tea bag hanging off the edge of it and a teacup in his hand. Well, I'll never forget that. Nobody expects that kind of stuff.
Well, what we're going to do right now is, here's Greg. We have a couple of clips of Greg we want to show you. This is Greg, I believe, doing a Stroops commercial.
Alton, you know it's this global warming. We're all going to have to get used to it.
Has nothing to do with global warming. The air conditioning's out. Did you call the repairman like I asked you to?
The AC uses too much carbon. We've got to save the polar bears. Now, I've been researching ways to save energy by green methods of cooling our house.
You haven't been doing research. You've been playing on that Facebook all day, haven't you? But I don't care how many friends you have. I have friends too. Spread man.
Be there. I love that. I love that. It didn't matter that you couldn't hear any of the words.
No.
He's funny, but he's also serious. He sings, he plays harmonica. He can do lots of things.
But what
I miss him.
What was so incredible about Greg on stage is, like you say, he did not have to say a word. He could do more with his body and his face than anybody I have ever seen.
It's just amazing.
Hilarious, serious, whatever he needed to be, he was. And that's the way I feel that Greg was as a reporter. You know, Greg was asked to do just about everything that other people didn't want to do. And Greg never said no. He always was a professional. He always, I have heard, turned in his work on time.
Absolutely.
And was one of the few people whose work never needed to be corrected.
I know.
Because he probably had a higher IQ than anybody else over there.
He was a wonderful
and I don't know that, but I know Greg was a very, very bright man.
Yes, he was.
And coming from me and from Peggy and a whole lot of other people in this community, Greg, you're missed, buddy, and we sure wish there's some way we could get you back here, because you're something special, and we just want you to know that.
We hope you know that. I hope he gets to see this.
I'm going to make a copy of it and send it to him. So
I have no doubt that Greg will be a success wherever he goes.
Wherever he is.
He has a lot of potential, and somebody's going to grab hold of that energy and that creativity and that brain
That's
and
right.
pick him
That's
up.
right. So what we want to end this little segment with right now, folks, is the only non-country act ever, to my knowledge, in the South Jackson Goes Country show
For 33 years.
for 33 years is about 12 years of it, or 10 years of it, is Greg Altum playing the blues. And here it
we
is.
do love
and
the
it's,
blues
and
by
it's,
Greg.
and it's wonderful. So let's go to
As
that.
long as I've done it, learned a whole lot of stuff, and it's easy for me because I start off not knowing a whole lot of stuff. But you meet people as you walk down the road of life, and sometimes you pass folks by because you don't have time, you don't pay a whole lot of attention, and all of a sudden they're right in your face because you run into them somewhere else out of where you normally see them. And I have a good friend that's getting ready to come out right now. I consider him a friend. He's a fellow that I've seen in town for years and years. And finally, on this stage, we run into one another, got to know one another, and I've learned to understand and respect him for a whole lot of reasons. But one of them is, we're doing a country show, and this cat pulls off the blues better than anybody I've ever seen in country. Greg Alta!
Why Traders Bank?
The convenience of 5 locations near you.
2695 Decherd Blvd, Winchester. 1207 Hillsboro Blvd, Manchester. 1602 North Main Street, Shelbyville. 412 West Lincoln Street, Tullahoma. 120 North Jackson Street, Tullahoma. Why Traders Bank?
The service of 61 friendly, knowledgeable employees meeting your banking needs.
We're Traders Bank in Winchester. Come see us. We're Traders Bank in Manchester. Come see us. We're Traders Bank in Shelbyville. Come see us.
We're Traders Bank on West Lincoln Street in Tullahoma. Come see us.
We're Traders Bank. Come see us.
Why Traders Bank?
The stability of 122 years, locally owned and operated, banking under the same name.
Traders Bank.
Why Traders Bank? Because you're welcome here.
Traders Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
These are the children who had no chance. They're known as Brazil's street kids. They wander the streets dying by the thousands from drugs, AIDS, and bullets. Most of them have been abandoned, left to survive on their own. These children needed a place to go. I had to do something. So I brought it up at Rotary. People heard about what we were doing and asked how they could help. Together, we raised funds to give them a home and open the school. They're learning a trade. Now hundreds of kids have a family and a future. They're contributing to the community because Rotary believes in making things better for everyone.
Rotary is making a difference right now.
They have hope.
Rotary gives people an opportunity to help.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're pleased to have joining us on the set now Ann Klein and Margaret Hale, and they are with Partners for Healing, and they've got a very special occasion coming up, I believe, don't you, girls?
We're having a reception to celebrate the 10th anniversary of Partners for Healing, and it's going to be next Tuesday at the clinic from 3 to 5, and we really want everyone to come out because the clinic has really been a special addition to this community, and it's meant so much to so many people who work in Coffee County but have no insurance, medical insurance, and we have people who work in Coffee County but can't live in Warren, Franklin, Moore County, but they're eligible to come to the clinic.
Okay, and Partners for Healing in general, that's for folks who don't have insurance. They're working, but
somebody in the household has to work at least 20 hours a week, and they can't have any other kind of health insurance.
Right.
And everything that's done within the walls of the clinic is free. Of course, if we have to buy services outside the clinic, then they pay on a much lower scale, discounted rate.
Right. And I would imagine that today, in today's economy, that the need for that is so much more probably than it ever has been.
It's really kind of overwhelming. Yesterday we picked up 4 new applicants, and that's becoming the rule rather than the exception. There are so many people out there who either are not offered insurance coverage, or the insurance coverage is almost as much as what they bring home to feed and house their families with. Yeah.
How do you guys pay for this?
We use a combination of things. We, of course, depend greatly on the donations of people in the community, individuals, churches, civic organizations. We also write grants. Sad to say that a lot of the grants now are smaller and they're more competitive, so we don't have the opportunity there that we once did. And then the state in the past has funded us with something called the Safety Net Grant, which was started when TennCare was reduced. Now we have gotten word that there probably will no longer be a Safety Net Grant. So it's quite a struggle.
That's going to be a huge blow to your organization.
It is. It's going to be. We're going to have to really get busy to try to maintain our services and not compromise our quality.
Just in the last week, Partners for Healing had 2 individuals who came to the clinic with life-threatening conditions, and they had not seen to those conditions because they didn't have the money, and
well, the prognosis is not real good because the resources for them are not real strong out in the community.
But they had failed to do that early enough to probably made a difference because they didn't have the money.
When they come to the Partners for Healing, are they able to see a physician if need be? Or
a physician or a nurse practitioner. We rely pretty heavily on our nurse practitioners. Dr. Stacy Pace is our medical director, and she is available and oversees the medical workings of the clinic. So they see usually a nurse practitioner, but they also may see Dr. Pace.
That's really disturbing that in our society today that you've got someone who perhaps has life-threatening illnesses but are unable to see any medical personnel.
And what people don't understand is that TennCare now has a very limited availability. There are about 4 or 5 diagnoses, and if you don't fit one of those categories, you can apply, but you won't be approved. And so we have a lot of people who are left just kind of hanging, have to use their local emergency rooms for clinic care rather than for what they're designed. So it's a really hard time for people.
How many patients do you guys typically see in a week?
In a week we see a little less than 100. We see 5 days a week. We have a new clinic in Manchester that's open on Fridays, and then we're open 8 to 5 Monday through Thursday over in Tullahoma.
How many people does it take to make all that happen for you?
Oh goodness, there are 13 bodies on staff, but nobody is full-time. We're all part-time. And so we have learned to hold hands and work together. And so we all wear a lot of hats, and we depend on our volunteers and our board members, like Ann, who back us up and help us when we need extra pairs of hands.
It's just phenomenal that this is available to people who have no other means to get medical attention, and it's exciting that you're 10 years that. Is this the organization?
This was the dream of Reverend Bill Starnes.
I was going to ask you that. I was thinking, yeah, okay.
And that's the reason I'm here. I have nothing to do with the medical or the operations of the clinic, but Bill Starnes called me and said, it's when I worked for the newspaper, he said, Fran Markham and I and Dr. James Lindsay, we're trying to put together a plan to see if we can start a clinic in Tullahoma for people that are working but they have no insurance, and so we started meeting in the lounge of the First Methodist Church, and young Jim Henry came on, and they wanted to canvass the area and see if there really was a need for that. But it's going to be rather poignant to have this 10-year celebration without Reverend Starnes, because he absolutely called it the crowning achievement of his career, which was an illustrious career.
Absolutely.
But he was so proud of Partners for Healing. He just he thought it was a wonderful thing, and it is.
Obviously, you found out when you were canvassing that there's a huge need for this in our community.
Yeah, there really was. And Margaret and Carolyn Niemiller, who is the clinic administrator, they have recognized that a lot of the people who come to the clinic have chronic conditions and so they've started a wellness program to try to help people, with high blood pressure and things, hypertension, which is high blood pressure.
Well, we're looking at all those diseases that are related
to
diabetes.
To try to change their lifestyle And you have about 72 people that are participating in that program to lose weight and get exercise and eat differently. And so they're trying to help patients not only give them the medical care they need, but help them change their lifestyle so that they can prevent some of the chronic conditions.
And I would imagine that the cost to society is reduced dramatically by the fact that you're able to do that. I mean, ultimately it's going to cost.
I was just thinking that one of the things that we realized is that medical care the cost is going up and up. And one of the reasons we looked at the disease management program, how can we attack this other than just medications? And so that's what really got us started looking at overall lifestyle. And that's not something that's easy to change. Change comes hard to all of us, especially when some of the things that we ask of people are not quite as much fun or as desirable or taste as good as what they normally eat. So I think not only in our population but in healthcare in general, we are going to have to look more at prevention and changing our lifestyle, or we'll never be able to pay the bill for healthcare.
Right. Okay, a huge event coming up. Is the public invited to this?
Yes, of
Definitely.
course.
We want everyone to come see the clinic, see what's done there, and how it's a wonderful benefit to the community.
And celebrate with us.
Celebrate.
Okay.
Yeah. There'll be food.
There'll be food, okay.
Right.
Healthy food?
Well,
you don't
just
have
at
to.
one
small
time
pieces.
event.
Yeah, okay. And the clinic is located where?
We're at 109 West Blackwell.
Okay.
I tell everybody that you turn on the street between the pawn shop and the car wash.
Right.
And we're right behind the car wash.
Right. Across the street from what used to be the Gray and Webb Clinic for you folks that have been here in Tullahoma for a long time. Okay. All right. And is that the building that used to be Dr. Sims? Yes,
It
okay.
is.
So that's where they're located, folks, and you're invited to attend that. Girls, thank you so much for all you do for our community.
Well,
It's a
thank
great,
you.
great
Thank you
program.
for having us.
We'll be right back in a moment with more Tullahoma Living right after this.
I'm Lori Thompson.
And I'm Mike Thompson, and we own Thompson Ford in Tullahoma, Tennessee. Lori and I bought the dealership back. It's on Highway 55. Same dealership that we had for 10 years. Look forward to serving you for another 10. Thank you to the community. Thank you for allowing us to be here for the last 15 years. Thank you for having us raise our family here.
Thank you for all your support.
It's been a great place. It's a great place to live. Look forward to living here. Put me in the ground here. I'd be proud to do it. God bless America, and God bless Tennessee.
Our office used to look like this, but now with my paper-free office from R.J. Young, it's easy. We've made all of our files electronic and stored them in our virtual filing cabinet, which gave us tons of space. And Bob here, a big promotion. Melissa can pull files in minutes and spends hours on Facebook. And Kyle's confidential files stay confidential.
We're not totally paper-free, right? Thank you.
My paper-free office from R.J. Young. It's that easy.
Wherever good can overcome, that is where your contributions to the Salvation Army go.
Welcome back to Just Plain Living. I kind of like the new title of our show. I'm Lauren Foster, and I fought and arm wrestled everybody else on the show and got to interview Kat. Welcome.
Yay, thank you.
Thank you for being here with us today.
Great.
And we're here to talk about your new show, which has to do with Michael Jackson. What's it called?
It's called His Story Told by Her, the her being me.
His Story Told by Her, the her being
Or
you.
you could say history.
History.
Yes.
Yeah, there's all kinds of plays on words. Why isn't it her story instead of his story?
Exactly.
A little bit sexist about our history. Not really. So, and the date is Saturday?
November 12th. That's this Saturday, and it's going to be at 7 p.m. at South Jackson.
Okay, so if you're watching this on Saturday night, all of you earlier people did good, but sorry about your luck. Or you could just hop in the car right this second and head out.
Because there are tickets to be sold at the door. If there are any left, they'll be sold at the door.
Okay, tickets. That's a really good thing to know. How do we get tickets in advance?
Yes, all the seats on the floor are reserved, and they are $12 for adults and $8 for children. And the balcony is going to be open seating. So same price, but it'll be open seating. And then at the show that night, you can purchase them for $15 for adults and $9 for kids. Okay. And and they're available at McMurr's for 461-0034.
461-0034. Did y'all hear that, guys?
Yes. And so we're open Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. So you can come get the tickets there.
So yes, save yourself a couple of bucks, $3, and get your tickets in advance. And that lets her know how many people to expect as well. So it's kind of like RSVPing.
It is very RSVPing. You have to. That way we know if we have any seats left, because I'd hate for someone to come and there are no seats left.
Right, and not be able to see.
Exactly.
Okay, so 12 in advance and 15 at the door.
Yes, for adults.
Great. And that Saturday night, which is going to be November the 12th.
Yes.
At 7 o'clock.
Yes.
Okay, awesome. Now tell me a little bit about the show.
I originally did it for the Fair Music Department to raise some money, and I ended up giving them over $4,100.
Nice.
Yes, for their. So this time I'm doing it for horseplay and for South Jackson.
Awesome. Now we've had horseplay on the show before for our viewers that aren't aware of that they use horses to provide therapy for children that have mental and physical illnesses. Yes. And it's an awesome program. We'd love to have them on the show. Yes. That's a very great cause.
And I have 5 dancers. 3 of them will be new dancers, so that'll bring surprises to the show. If you've seen it before, you have to come back and see it again, because there'll be surprises. And because the other 3, had other commitments for this time, and so they're looking, and there they are.
Okay, they're reading my minds back there.
Okay, on the bottom on the left is Dustin. He's a high school student, and then in the middle is Kenny. Everybody knows him. He's a dancing king. And that's Dylan on the right in the bottom, and he's also a high school student. And behind them is Kirsten on the left, and me in the middle, and there's Hope Keel in the back. And they're very, very excited. They've actually gotten me excited about it, because they've just been working really hard on doing this. And it's only been, I think we've only had about 2 or 3 weeks of rehearsal. No, about 3. And they've just worked so hard, they've made me work harder.
So you're going to have a better product in the end.
Oh, yes.
Now, who did the writing? Who created the actual?
I did.
So this is the Cat McMurray production, start to finish.
Oh, yeah. I've had a lot of help from Patty, I call her the costume diva, Patty Wimsat. She's got, I don't even know how many costume changes we have. And then I have, what's his name? Oh my goodness, Grant Patterson, who's going to do the narration again, and I love him and his big voice.
Now, is this is the story of Michael Jackson? Is that right?
Actually, not really.
Okay.
I'm going to sing 22, I believe, of his hits, and each one of them will have. Well, there's dancing on all of them except the slow ones. That makes it pretty boring. And so we do. And then there's things where I call people up on the stage that want to come up and join us, and we go out in the audience. It's just fun. And I tell people originally, if you get annoyed by people singing next to you at a concert, don't come. Okay. Because we had people in the aisles, we had people screaming and singing and everything, and I like to leave the lights up a little bit so I can interact with the audience, and it's just really a great night.
And people can dance without falling down.
Yes. Yes.
So I'm told we have a video clip, and that's ready. Is this a good time to have a look at that?
Excellent. This is from the February show we did, and so you can let it go.
Kat.
It's
I'm
very
so excited
fun.
about
It's
this.
very, very
now,
fun.
I was asking you while we were watching who did the choreography, so but they didn't get to hear us because.
Okay, Kenny did a lot of this stuff, but of the choreo, Kenny's one of the dancers. But a lot of it, honestly, because everybody's so busy, what I did was I took some video footage from different Michael Jackson things and said, this is what we're doing. And so they could take the DVD home and practice because, you know, everyone's schedule is so busy. So
how clever.
It worked out really well. It was great. And also I have 3 children returning that are from Farrah. They did 2 of the songs with us, and they'll be returning also. And I have a couple of surprises, like I said, and that I'm not going to give away. And we have I have a Facebook page for the show. It's called, you have to put capital H, History, HISTORY, and Roman numeral 2 with no space. But if you go to the McMurr's Facebook page, you can find it. So I'm going to be putting some videos and stuff for that.
So they could search McMurr's on Facebook or search History?
Yeah, I think it's easier if you go to McMurr's first because I tried to do it myself and I couldn't get there. And let's see, I don't want to forget anything. The advertisers for this have been amazing because what I said to Horseplay is whatever you guys generate in advertisement, that's going to go all to you guys. And same thing with South Jackson, and they're kind of doing for each other. Like South Jackson's going to handle the ushering and the the concession. And so whatever they generate from that is going to be great. And everybody, we've gotten advertising from Winchester, Manchester, and just all over, and it's just been great. And all the proceeds will go to Horseplay for whatever ads they generate, and then the ticket sale will be split between the 2 of them.
Now, is there are there any advertising opportunities still left, or is it too late?
Yes, if I can get them before, what's today? The end of the day tomorrow, which is Wednesday.
So if you're watching this Tuesday night and you're a business owner or had any way that you could contribute to this, you've still got time to get some advertising.
And even that, you can still make a donation to the event. And like I said, all the money will be going to both of those organizations.
And they're both really, really great organizations that do great, great things for our community and very unique opportunity for the children in Horseplay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Awesome. Well, Julie tells me we're out of time, but thank you so
thank
much
you
for
very
being
much.
with us. And you're very talented.
Thank you.
And your show's going to be great.
It's going to be great. You got to get tickets.
I will do my best.
Last year we sold all but 20 tickets. So
awesome. Yeah, buy your tickets in advance or show up at the door and stay with us. We're going to be right back with more of Just Plain Living after this.
There's one place women of all ages can find the care they need, the Women's Center at Harton Regional Medical Center. We're a full-service women's center with comprehensive obstetrical and gynecological surgery. Our excellent customer satisfaction rate is a reflection of our commitment to excellence. To serve you even better, we've now remodeled our facility. Our family-friendly birth center features private labor, delivery, and recovery suites. For every stage of your life, we're there for you. The Women's Center at Harton Regional Medical Center.
Get Tullahoma's news first, fast, and free with Tullahoma's News Leader on 6 every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday nights at 6, 8, and 10 p.m. Jimmy and Jenny bring you local weather, sports, community calendar events, birth announcements, and a comprehensive look at the latest news stories and news makers as only a video news broadcast can do. Tullahoma's news, get it first, fast, and free with News Leader on Channel 6, your local information network.
When you see the sign, The Main Event, take a close look inside at a hair studio that offers services by some of the best master stylists in Middle Tennessee. These stylists offer a list of services that compete with large city salons, from trendy cuts for men, women, and children to the latest color techniques, including highlights and bold color accents. Other services offered include permanent hair weaving and relaxing to formal hairstyle for that special occasion. You can also give yourself a very special treat with a full makeover, including full body waxing. For your convenience, we are open Monday through Saturday from 9 a.m. until the last client leaves happy. Call and make your appointment at 931-571-8682 or stop by our Tullahoma location at 207 North Jackson Street. Pamper yourself at The Main Event today.
How long has it been since you raced a cheetah? Are your tornado creating skills getting rusty? Tired of being the only one in your neighborhood who hasn't built a dinosaur? Sounds like it's time to visit the Hands-On Science Center. The Hands-On Science Center is an indoor science playground. In this museum, please touch is the rule. Join us for weekly science demonstrations on space, lasers, lizards, rocks, and a whole lot more. No two visits are ever the same, so visit often to see our ever-changing exhibits and demonstrations. The Hands-On Science Center, 101 Mitchell Boulevard in Tullahoma.
I'm on the set with one of my favorite people in this world, Rob Allen. Hey, Rob.
Hi, Peggy.
We've already had our hug. Most of you know that Rob is Tommy Allen's son, but Rob is also, and Tommy recently died, and we miss him. I want to say that. Rob is a director, producer. He's can fix the stage, set the lights. You do it all. You're doing some work over at Manchester Arts Center, and The Diary of Anne Frank.
Right. I'm designing the set, and I'm playing Mr. Frank.
And you're playing Mr. Frank, which I think is great. Have you enjoyed that part?
I have. It's a little bit sad.
A little heavy.
Yeah, it's heavy. I've enjoyed it. Yeah, a lot of lines to memorize, which I'm not good at, but
I can imagine. Yeah, when you're a director, you get to look at the script all the time.
Tell
when
everybody
you're on
else
stage.
what to do.
All right, this play is coming off this weekend and next weekend.
Friday, Saturday at 7:30, Sunday at 2, and then next Friday, Saturday, 7:30.
And we have a website that you can dial up and get tickets online. And I've forgotten exactly the ticket price, but they're not exorbitant at all. And I love that theater over there.
It's
Do you
nice,
enjoy
isn't
working
it?
on that theater?
Yeah, it's got good acoustics.
It really
got good depth, a lot of room to build
I like
things.
the idea that there's only like, what, 150 seats? So you can be almost in the play. I watched Drowsy's Chaperone, by the way, and that was hysterical. So this is totally different.
This is totally different.
This is very dramatic, I think.
Very dramatic, but uplifting at the same time.
For people that don't know the story of The Diary of Anne Frank, tell them just a little bit about the ideas. World War II, of course.
8 people who survive in an attic for a little over 2 years, hiding from the Nazis.
And it's a Jewish family.
It's a Jewish family, 2 Jewish families, and a dentist.
And Anne Frank, how old was she?
She was 13, and she wrote a diary. And after the war, the father came back into the space and found the diary that she had hidden away, and read it and immediately realized that it had to be published.
And did the entire Frank family survive?
No, in fact, everyone who was in the secret annex, that's what they called the attic, everyone passed away except for her father. There's some discussion on whether the young boy who lived there may have survived, but most people agree that he did die in a prison camp.
Oh, wow. I think of the guts and ambition it took just to stay alive in an attic for all that time.
8 people in a space this size for 2 years.
Think about it. Just like this.
Yeah.
And they slept there, and I think somehow they got food.
Slept there. They had some conspirators who snuck food into them.
Yeah. How long is this play? But
the play lasts about 2 hours. Yeah,
with
2
an
hours.
intermission, I'm assuming.
There's a short intermission.
Yeah. And I would encourage you to go ahead and get tickets because it fills up pretty fast over there.
Yeah, they fill up quickly over there.
Since there's not a whole lot of room, but it's a great theater, and I love going there. Do you have the girl? Let's talk a little bit about the characters.
Okay.
The girl that's playing Anne Frank, she's a Manchester girl?
Yes, she's a Coffee County High School senior, Paige Likens. You saw her in Drowsy Chaperone.
Yes.
She played the aviatrix.
Just cute.
But she gets a very dramatic role this time. She's the ever hopeful, uplifting element of the story. She's the one that keeps everyone's spirits up. And
that is pretty phenomenal for a 13-year-old girl.
The famous quote is, "I still believe in spite of everything that people are really good at heart." And she said that in face of Nazi persecution.
And that's pretty awesome.
That's the thing that you have to survive any sort of tragedy.
I knew a girl who was a child during the Nazi occupation there, and her parents kept her head shaved and her dressed as a boy, so they thought she'd be safer that way. But
many of the parents put their kids on trains and shipped them
out
to England. the kinder transport. They put the little
Well,
kids.
and I guess the Frank family had money.
They were very wealthy, yeah. In fact, Mr. Frank was not a practicing Jew. He never was bar mitzvahed. He never learned Hebrew. He was very Americanized.
He just happened to be a man that was Jewish.
Yeah, he worked for Macy's. He spent a lot of time in the U.S. He's not someone who you would think that the Nazis would want to imprison, but just because he happened to have Jewish roots, he was.
It's somehow, I just can't imagine the horrendous impact all this had on Jewish families, and we must never forget.
And that's the.
And that's the purpose, I think,
yes,
partly of this play. When was this play actually written?
It was written in the 50s. It was written very early after the history of World War I. This is a brand new revision of the play. It'll be the first time in this area that the new script has been done.
Oh, it is a revision.
Yeah,
I didn't realize
there's an old
that.
script that I was in at the Playhouse when I was a senior in high school.
Yeah.
I played the young boy, but this script has more historical elements to it. It focuses more on the history of the period.
It's kind of interesting to me. What are some of the things a family like that, those two families would do just to pass the time of day?
Well, I mean,
Think
even with the 2 hours of sitting on stage, it becomes hard to figure out what are you going to do for 2 hours while you sit here.
Because there's not room for a lot of movement.
One of the conspirators would bring them library books, movie star magazines. They did crosswords, played cards. One game that they played, not that we don't in the show, but in reality, one game that they played was Monopoly.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Mr. Frank had brought a Monopoly board back from America. But we do all kinds. We have little stuff on the set just to keep busy with, because you always have to do something. I've hidden things on the set like nail files, so you can open a drawer and maybe there's a book in there that you'd read.
You can pull something out.
And Dad's stuff, I was going through his room, you know, he has piles of things, and I found an old vintage stereogram, the little glasses that you put a card in, and they were period also, and so I've set them out on the stage, and the kids play with them, and we have bits where we're just always busy doing something believable. They cook supper there. They were able
to, a great example of endurance, perseverance, the ability to entertain yourself, and I think that that's a lesson that all of us probably need to learn. Think about the people in prison camps, or people that are at home and are paraplegic.
Yes.
Learning to occupy your mind and what gets you through the day.
When you have no hope, and that's the only thing that gets you through is the idea that maybe it will be over one day.
Yeah. How long have y'all been working on the play?
About 6 weeks.
6 weeks.
Bill Baxter from Tullahoma's directing.
Oh, that's right.
He comes to us from Black Swamp Players in Ohio. He's got a good resume. I really enjoy working with him.
He is the one that did Our Town in Tullahoma and Love Letters, I believe. He starred. He and his wife did Love Letters, and he's very good.
He's very good
at making this happen, and I think I'm real proud of him for producing. I guess is he the producer, or is he the?
He's the director.
He's the director. Producer is maybe what? MRC.
Yeah.
They put up the money, whatever. Yeah. Well, I encourage everybody to go out and buy a ticket and see this, and think back to this time in history, and have.
And if you don't know about it, this is a good way to learn.
Exactly.
It's a great conversation starters for families.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
So when this run is over, what happens to Rob?
What happens to me? Well,
you have something else in the.
I'm hoping to sleep a little bit.
That'd be nice, wouldn't it?
That's my plan.
I know you never get a lot of sleep, but I know you're always involved in a play somewhere. Do you have one coming up?
No, I don't have one on the books right now.
Well, we'll have to find something for you to do.
I've purposefully given myself a couple of months.
Well, you deserve it. You've had some hectic times lately.
Yes.
Well, people, please come to see Diary of Anne Frank at the Manchester Arts Center this weekend and next weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday matinee, both weekends. Thanks, Rob.
Thank you.
Good luck. Love it. We'll be back with more of Living.
Since 1985, Life Communications and Security has been a household word in Middle Tennessee, mainly because people trust and believe in Life Communications and Securities in the work they do. Led by owner Jeff Wooten, LCS has continued to grow and earn the support of their many customers. When we ask businesses and homeowners who they put their trust in, these are the answers we receive.
Tommy Anderton with Traders Bank. When it comes to security and communications, we call Life Communications.
For all of our security needs at First Vision Bank, we call Life Communications. Life Communications is a small investment for us to take care of our major investment.
Knowing this, why would you ever call anyone else for your security or communications needs? Call Life Communications and Security at 931-455-9016 or 1-866-535-9016. That's Life Communications and Security.
I'm Marley Matlin for the American Red Cross. In an emergency, infants and children can't always tell you what's wrong. Being able to read critical signs and knowing how to respond can make all the difference. The Red Cross offers infant and child CPR training, where you can learn how to recognize and respond to respiratory and cardiac emergencies. Visit www.redcross.org or call 1-800-HELP-NOW. Together, we can save a life.
Waiting around for things other people get right away just doesn't make much sense. Get high-speed charter internet and enjoy downloads way faster than DSL.
Welcome back to Living. I'm so excited. We got Jennifer Jordan on the set.
Oh, there's the cutest
Jennifer.
clothes.
Welcome. Jennifer is the person that runs J. Jordan's in several places, but Shelbyville is your main store, I guess.
Yes.
And from there, you've gone to Franklin
and Bell Buckle.
I think that is so great. You're so creative, and we're thrilled to have you. And I know we're going to have a fashion show today. All you women out there, get your pocketbook out and get ready to order some clothes.
All right. You know what we should probably do is you and I should switch seats, because you can probably see your models from here and be able to figure out what's going on a little bit better. Live TV is so awesome. Although it's not really even live.
All right, the clothes we're going to show today are that you're kind of going with holiday stuff?
Yeah, we're doing a variety. We really want to give a picture of the different styles that we carry.
And I think a lot of people get the idea that you can only be one size to come to J. Jordan's, but that's not true.
No, that's not true. We fit
cater to all sizes.
Yes, juniors up through 3X.
I think that's awesome.
Yes. So it's great.
Well, now there's a lot of stuff that's already set up. Do you want to switch to that and just kind of look at what's already up there, and you can kind of tell us?
Okay.
Oh, and we have a beautiful model too.
Our model is Jill Derrickson in the middle, modeling a God Is scarf and God Is t-shirt. She and her twin daughters are the designers of this collection.
Oh, neat.
And they've done really well with it. And they have leather bracelets. It says God Is Everything. And on the inside of the bracelet is a Bible verse. And it's really nice, and it appeals to a lot of different people. They have symbols on there like a sun, and that would be God Is My Light, or a cross, God Is My Salvation. They've done really well with their collection.
Does she do the outfit?
The whole outfit, and it's the t-shirt and the scarf and the bracelet. But then at J. Jordan, we also have purses and jeans and boots that she's modeling. So we have a variety of accessories at J. Jordan to
Do you mind giving us an idea of what an outfit like that might cost?
Well, the jeans are going to be the higher part of it. They're $99, but everything else is under $50.
So it's
different piece. Yeah, the t-shirt I think is about $29 or $30.
Oh, look who's here!
And this is Judy Osborne modeling a darling Pretty Angel tunic top. And I think they run around $58 with leggings and darling shoes. Pretty Angel is one of our favorite lines because they are kind of unique and different.
I have got to have a closer look at those shoes before she's out of here. Yeah.
I know. I wish we could get a close.
And Judy helps with our store in Bell Buckle. We are actually part of another store in Bell Buckle called Southern Charm. So when you come to J. Jordan, you're not just coming to J. Jordan, you're also visiting Southern Charm that has
and
home
where's that
decor.
located in Bell Buckle?
It's right, if you walked out of the Bell Buckle Cafe, it's just down the hill. It's sort of to the left of the Cat's Meow. It's a long white building.
Cat's Meow, a place for your cats.
Yeah.
That's good. I like
now,
that.
can anybody type wear an outfit like this? Because she just
Pretty
looks
much,
adorable.
because it is a tunic length that's just a few inches above the knee. It's a nice length, and it's a little bit longer on the sides, so that caters to a lot of different body shapes.
And that's just
has
one
a
shirt,
slenderizing look.
one
Yes.
item that she's wearing.
Now, the younger girls might wear that as a dress, but most of us women wear it like a tunic top, or like she has it with the leg or the tights or leggings and cute shoes.
Okay.
It would be cute also
Good
with
job.
boots.
I like that.
Yeah, that is.
And
really
she has
cute.
jewelry on from J. Jordan.
Yeah, I
we
was
have a
starting to say about
lot
the
of pretty
jewelry.
jewelry sets, earring and necklace sets that are just $10. We're kind of known for that.
Someone local do some of the jewelry, or do you get it other places?
I buy it at Market.
At Market, okay.
Yeah, yes.
Unfortunately, we don't have enough cameras to go around to be able to get close-ups of jewelry and stuff. So you're just
Okay.
gonna have to go in there and have a look. Now, do the fashions change? This always is a problem for me. I'm like, is what I bought last year out of style? Or
Well, one of the things we like to do is help women expand their wardrobes. So if it was last year's style, let us work with you, and it may be we add a different accessory to it to bring it up to date.
bring it up to
It could
date.
be a scarf, some jewelry, a different legging, or a different jacket.
I like the jewelry
or-
you have on. That piece right there. Does
Thank
that
you
come
very
from your
much.
shop?
Yeah, we have these in my shop.
That's a good looking piece.
Thank you.
Oh, that is very, very nice.
Do we have more
Okay,
models?
We have
Yeah,
another
we
model on
have
this
5
side.
models, I think. This is Brenda Scott. She's actually one of the owners at Southern Charm.
And what's on her
Modeling
head
a gorgeous reversible jacket that has a ruffle collar, a pretty angel belt with sequins on it, and I think it's a nice pair of brown pants. It's kind of hard to see from
I
over
know,
here.
really
We have
is.
cute little headbands like she has on that has little roses on them, and it's just a nice little accessory to go with an outfit. And she topped this over an animal print shell, so it's really pretty. And fast, you could wear this easily into the holiday.
Oh, there you go.
nice.
And the inside of the jacket is animal print.
So is the
It's
inside of
darling.
that jacket matching the top she has on?
It's
Kinda
not
looked like
an
it from
exact
here.
print, but again, we coordinated it and it looks really nice together. So you don't always have to be matchy-matchy for it to look really good.
So, but she could wear that jacket with almost
Yes, she could wear that
anything.
jacket with her pants, but behind her is a dark brown skirt.
That would look good with
Can I
that,
go
too.
over there? And it's
You can
it's
go
a,
over there.
It's a
It's okay.
one-size-fits-all skirt.
We're moving.
Yeah, this
Jennifer over
skirt.
to the set.
She has a microphone.
Her
that we
jacket
can
would be
hear.
great with this skirt. It's one size fits all. We have put these on everyone from size 4, which is like Brenda, all the way up to a 1X or 2X person. So they are very comfortable, and they're a nice nylon knit. This is a one size, the cream and the white, but we also have them in black and charcoal and purple. So they're great to mix and match with a lot of different outfits.
I like it.
Go sit back down.
The brown skirt looks like a dancing skirt.
Yeah, it
really
is.
Now, is
Moves,
that
has a lot of
the
movement.
fabric that you can wad it up and stuff
Oh
it in a,
yes,
in a suitcase and it's
yes.
never going to wrinkle?
People travel with that all the time. It will go in your suitcase on the plane, fold it up, wad it up, you take it out, and it looks great. So it just does not wrinkle at all.
That's very versatile, isn't it?
Yes, and
Extremely
yes, you can wear those skirts all year.
I think
it
somebody's
doesn't
coming
have
on
a.
the
They do
set.
not have a season. They're all year round.
Someone's coming on the set we all know.
Yeah,
Our
I
lovely
love
friend, we love
Fran
her.
Gray modeling our Denim and Company, and we carry this line in our bell buckle store. It is a purple coat, which is great for the fall, winter. It's just a lightweight hooded jacket, and the hood does come off. It buttons on.
Looks warm.
It is. And then we put it over also a purple sweater with a little shell that matches
that's
underneath. We like it with her black skirt. It's great to wear to church, to work, or if you wanted to change the skirt and put jeans on, it would be a cute casual outfit too. So we like to take twin sets like she has on, or out tops like she has on, and match them with a dressy bottom like she has, or with a casual bottom. So we want to help you, again, expand your wardrobe so that it is very versatile for a lot of different occasions.
The shell she has on is actually a second piece.
Yes,
So that is a two-piece.
It is a two-piece set.
So if you get really, really hot, you can take that top thing off, right?
Yeah, you could.
Said twin sets will never,
really
ever, ever go out of style.
Yeah. So again, her little shell, like she's showing you right there, you could wear it all year. Right. And just change out the top
Summer,
that you
winter,
have
spring,
over
and
it.
fall.
And that is a great line called Denim & Company. It's wash and wear. Everybody really likes it a lot.
Very nice.
Now, when you
me
go
want
to
to
market, do you have people in mind that you're addressing?
I sure do.
I'll
And
bet you
sometimes
do.
I will call Fran from market and tell her about things I see and take pictures and send them on the cell phone.
You're very clever at all that, Jennifer. I admire you so much. You've done a great job. Do we have any more moms?
I love doing this.
Didn't you used to make a lot of your stuff?
I have made things in my store before. We've gotten a little behind after opening 2 more stores. I've run my time is a little stretched right now, but I want to get back to that.
When did you first get involved in fashion and decided you wanted to do
When I was about 4 years old. Well, I was a child. My mother made our clothes growing up, and I watched her, and
she
taught me how to sew, and I started making my own clothes when I was about 9 years old. And
well, why don't you?
Let me talk about some of the.
Do we have any more models?
I'm missing a model, but I can talk about what's over here.
Okay.
This jacket is velvet, and it comes with, we have a matching velvet, again, a velvet shell underneath, which is great for the holiday. We also have this outfit in black. It's a new line we started carrying in our store this year called Keisha. It is very versatile and mix and match. We put this beside it because this sparkle top is great for the holidays. You could easily put the black velvet jacket over that and have a dressy outfit, but we wanted to show taking a sparkle top and making it a little bit more casual by putting a fitted top under it. And this is a Nicky Bicky top. We are selling these like crazy. I just had to place a big reorder this morning. We have chocolate brown, black, ivory, and charcoal. They are one size fits all. They do fit an extra large woman. That's always the question, can I wear it? Yes, you can, and it's very comfortable. They're great layering pieces. Also from the Keisha line, I brought a pretty sparkle black top that is like a halter style that ties at the shoulder. We matched it with a white skirt, so white is not limited to summer. We are taking it into the winter also. And then you can match up a pretty sequin jacket if you don't want your arms to show, or it's a really cold day that you just feel like wherever you're going it's too cold not to have a jacket on. We have a pretty matching jacket to go with that. A new jean line that we started this year is Miss Me. We brought this pocket style to match up with this cute little jacket by Y'all Los Angeles and a cute sparkly top by Y'all Los Angeles. Another new line for us this year that's doing really well. But we do have, I think, about 6 different styles of jeans in all 3 stores right now in Shelbyville, Bell Buckle, and Franklin. And we will gladly help you find the right style for you. We hope that you will come and visit us in any of our stores, but especially in Shelbyville and Bell Buckle. That's the ones we're closest to right now.
Jennifer, are we looking at the back of the jeans or the front of the jeans?
We are looking at the back of the jeans because the pocket is what sells the jeans, the Miss Me jeans.
That's cute.
The front is a little washed out look, so that you can see what that looks like. But the thing that's the most appealing about Miss Me are their pockets. That's what they're known for.
That's cute. That's cute.
Awesome.
You want to tell us about your outfit?
Oh yeah, this is Keisha.
Okay.
So they do.
Wait,
you gotta
get on
the
pick one. Well, there we go.
Okay, this is a little jumper by Keisha. It has little stud detail here and a zipper up the back, and I think you can probably see my monitor back there too. And a cute little t-shirt underneath with sequins on the shoulder to give it a little pop. But again, it's a nice, comfortable line. It's knit and it's very, very wearable.
And you have on leggings and boots.
Do you sell boots? We sell leggings like crazy.
How about
Go
boots?
back over here.
Okay. Are you selling boots? Aren't you selling shoes these days? I thought so. And are those
we have
boots?
leggings in our store in all different colors. They're $10, and we have boots. Most of them average around $45.
What's the difference between leggings and tights?
A tight covers your foot. The legging stops somewhere in here, either crop length or down at the ankle.
And what's the most popular right now?
Well, right now going into the winter is the 32 inch. It's down to the ankle because people want them a little bit longer.
Right. And you can wear leggings with high heels, with boots.
Oh, yes.
You can
Oh,
wear
yes.
them with any kind of shoes you want to wear them with. They keep you warm and make your legs look better, actually, don't they?
They sure do.
Except you're so cute, you could go out there naked and you'd be just
No, I don't
fine.
think so.
Jennifer, you are so creative. I'm so proud of
thank
you
you.
and your shop, and the fact that you're expanding all over. Next time you come here, it's going to be worldwide.
Oh, wouldn't that be nice?
Wouldn't that be nice?
I don't know. I have to hire a whole lot more people, but that would be okay.
Well, we thank you for coming.
Thank you.
And this to your girls. They did a great job modeling.
Great job, models.
Thank you. We'll be back with more stuff on living.
Citizens Tri-County Bank has the checking, loans, savings, and traditional banking services you want. Plus free internet banking and bill pay, bank your change, Visa gift card, and lots more state-of-the-art banking services. We focus on the service and services you want. So you can bank when, where, and how you want, at our offices, or from just about anywhere. Citizens Tri-County Bank, the only community bank you'll ever need.
The highest standard of trust offers a sense of safety and comfort. It's established over time. You know when you see it. You know when you feel it. There's a standard of trust in healthcare. It's the Joint Commission Gold Seal of Approval. In 2003, Life Care Center of Tullahoma voluntarily achieved this accreditation and maintains it still today. Life Care, meeting a higher standard because residents matter most.
This is for my daddy and the chips. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what's up proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming?
At Charter, we're connecting military families with free webcams and the fastest, most reliable internet speeds. Get your webcam at charter.com/canyousee.
I miss you, Daddy.
Hello, folks. Welcome back, and I'm with my buddy and good friend here, Valerie Smith, and she has got her I Believe shirt on. And
I do. I believe it's in honor of the holidays ahead of us. I believe we can have good holidays and Santa Claus can visit everybody.
That's right, and you know it's a little bit before Thanksgiving, but you can't help but get into the Christmas spirit because it's the time for family, friends, fun, and giving.
Well, I live in Bell Buckle, Tennessee, and I tell you, it's a place you want to be around the holidays, whether it's Thanksgiving or Christmas. They really decorate the town to the nines, and they know how to celebrate the holidays there. All the way at the end of Halloween and on, it's all Thanksgiving and Christmas, and all the shops in the town dresses itself up and looks good. And this weekend, a matter of fact, we're celebrating Christmas a little early. We have the Nashville Traditions radio show on Friday. Dinner starts at 6, and the show starts at 7 with my friends that you're going to see here in a minute, Christy Morris and Jeff Kellogg, who I met in Florida, and they're new Bell Buckle Records artists. And Becky Buller is going to be there. Philip Steinmetz, Patsy Trigg, Grandma Got Ran Over by a Reindeer is going to, and so many other artists show up for the Nashville Traditions radio show. You don't want to miss it. The show officially starts at 7, but I would make it there for dinner because the food is so good, and that's why I'm so chubby, because I eat the Bell Buckle Cafe.
Me too.
And then Saturday, you get to see the full show with Greg Cahill and Special Consensus. Now, they're going to make an appearance at the radio show, but you won't see their full show.
Right.
So Greg Cahill and Special Consensus, they are award-winning, Greg Cahill's award-winning musician, award-winning band, the president of the International Bluegrass Music Association. I have always wanted to sing with them, and I'm going to get to that night. I'm going to get to do 2 songs with them. But not only that, I saw their show clear in Europe. And it's funny, we're both Americans, and we saw each other finally in Europe and Switzerland. And their show was just fantastic, and it's an honor that such a band is coming to the Bell Buckle Banquet Hall to do a show.
Yeah.
So that starts at dinner at 6, and I believe it starts at 7 with Jeff and Christy. They're going to be opening up for them, and that's exciting. I'm so excited for the people to hear their music. And then Greg Cahill does his thing and does his show, and that's Saturday.
That's Saturday.
So Friday and Saturday, you should be
That's
around
this
Bell Buckle.
week.
Just stay to bed and breakfast or whatever. Just stay in Bell Buckle and just don't miss the.
Don't miss a thing.
December 3rd, Christmas in Bell Buckle.
That's it.
And there's going to be dancing, caroling, singing, Christmas shopping. I mean, we've got so much to do in Bell Buckle. And so December 3rd, you don't want to miss. You want to go there in the morning, get ready to drink some hot chocolate, eat some good food, and listen to music all day long, watch carolers. Santa Claus is coming, I believe.
I believe.
I'll be riding on that sleigh with him, and so I'm so excited about the Christmas spirit this year. And on December 11th, I'm going to be appearing with Eddie Adcock and a lot of other Grammy Award-winning artists, honoring the people that are homeless and raising money for them for a good cause at the Station Inn on December 11th. And
Well, that's a great
I want to
honor
remember,
for you, isn't it?
Oh my gosh, yes. And I want to this year. I'm also, my heart's a little heavy this morning because this was the time of year that Charlie Leuven had announced that he had pancreatic cancer and passed away not too long after this. And this song that I'm going to do is a Leuven Brothers song that I sang with him before he passed away, and it had such an impact on me that this year I wanted to do something really great in his name and really great for the holidays. So I recorded this with the Nashville Bluegrass Band, and this is going to be part of the December 11th show to raise money and awareness for homeless and the hungry. And the Nashville Bluegrass Band joined in with me on this, and it's called Shut In at Christmas. This is for all the people that that don't have anything on Christmas. We want to remember them. So.
Give it some legs, girl.
All right, welcome my friends, Christy Morris and Jeff Kellogg. From the window of my cottage, Christmas Day I see silver snowflakes softly falling on the golden leaves, chime bells ringing, children singing, laughing loud with glee. While they're passing Christmas presents, will they notice me? I'm shining through the Christmas notice now and then, but the Savior won't forsake me even till the end. As I sit and cherish memories of the days of old, days when I was found at Christmas running in the snow, playing games of joy and laughter, fearing not the cold. Childhood days with dad and mother, whispers in my soul. I'm shut in through the Christmas notice now and then, but the Savior won't forsake me even till the end. So as you celebrate this Christmas season, consider your many blessings and don't forget those who are less fortunate. Take the time to visit your elderly neighbor who may be all alone. Give generously to the local food pantry in your church or town for many families who are needlessly hungry. Most of all, let's carry the spirit of Christmas in our hearts all the months to come and all the months of the year. Have a blessed holiday. I'm shut in through the Christmas notice now and then, but the Savior won't forsake me even till the end. Oh, but the Savior won't forsake me even till the end. Thank you. Had a string malfunction up here, but oh goodness gracious. So I'm going to change to the mandolin. There we go. This next song is a song that I'm collaborating and we're going to record tonight, Christy and Jeff, and I'm so excited to have met them. They are the nicest artists that I have come across, and if you want to know more about them, ChristyMorris.com. Please visit the website. You'll learn more about their music. They are songwriters and artists in their own right and been traveling the country for a long time, and I'm proud to have met them, and I'm going to be working with them. We do our first recording together tonight. Song by Everett Brown. This one's called If Ever We Should Meet Again. So here we go. If ever we should meet again on some busy corner, on some lonesome street again, would you treat me like a foreigner? We once had the chemistry, we made electricity. Will it ever be that sweet again? If ever we should meet again. If ever we should meet again, will you be with another? Pretend I'm just a long-lost friend, never been your lover. My love life is one of those worst-case scenario, but for you my heart would beat again if ever we should meet again. Small world, big time town. Look me up when you're feeling down. I look everywhere for you. Never know who you're running to. Yeah. If ever we should meet again, don't feel like a stranger. When I fall at your feet again, will you look down in anger? Oh, I miss your mystery. We once made love history. Will history repeat again? If ever we should meet again, will history
talk about the open house. Jennifer Jordan, 18th and 19th, Shelbyville and Bell Buckle. Open house, both locations. That's Jay Jordan.
Will history repeat again? If ever we should meet again.
Goodbye, ladies and gentlemen.